I, for one, am a person that tries to be very open-minded and very clear on not to be a racist bitch, because this is a time in our lives right now where there are interracial marriages, both same-sex and heterosexual. This is a time where you're not arrested for dating someone of a different color than you. And it should be a time of, it's cool, and it's fine, and it's all copacetic. How the fuck ever, the internet is a thing. And the internet got really mad at a 12-year-old girl that got box braids because she thought it was the most prettiest thing in the world to her. A white little girl, blonde hair, blue-eyed, wanted box braids. And I'm not gonna lie, she looks really good with them. I think she looks fucking adorable with them. If you see the photo, and I'll see if I can copy it, and if not, fuck it, I'll do it this way. She looks adorable, and she looks happy. This was not a racist thing at all. This girl, 12 years old, told her family she wanted to be sporting a style that she liked. Why is this a bad thing? It's a hairstyle. When I was a little girl, I thought box braids were cool too. We had both white and black people in my school, in elementary and in my high school. When I was 11 years old, I went to the Caribbean and I got my hair braided, and no one gave me shit for it. So now this kid has decided that she's gonna post this picture of herself getting really excited, got her box braids, looks really pretty on her, and the internet explodes in anger. In utter fucking anger. I can't believe, I literally just read the story and it just, angry. Oh man. I can't even begin to, I don't even understand it. That apparently this is considered to be cultural appropriation, which means they believe braided hair to be a cultural element of black people only, and that's just ridiculous. Honestly, a hairstyle is not segmented to one fucking culture. Case in point, my girlfriend today dressed up like a chola, and it was amazing. Had a bandana up there. She's blonde, beautiful girl, and had a bandana, black nail polish, and dressed sweatpants, sweatshirt. I mean, really, it straight up like a chola. And I'm a Latina woman myself, and I thought it was hysterical to see her like that. But she was comfortable, and that's what she was comfortable in, and she likes. We are judging a 12-year-old girl here. What the fuck? She's a kid. I don't understand the idea of making a 12-year-old girl over the internet and bashing her for this situation. That's fucking ludicrous in my goddamn situation. So, with this, one of the Twitter responses to this, because she posted the picture on Twitter, that retweet from Chug Nice says, "Black men, why are black women up in arms when about white girls wearing box braids?" I want to know that too. Why is that a bad thing? It's a hairstyle. Again, a hairstyle. It says here, the Moonbat editor of Ebony.com, also a former member of the Black Panther Party. That's, I'm not gonna say nothing, but that's not a biased way of looking at things. I'm just saying. And a professional race baiter took the opportunity to promote her hatred for all things white and making them bold accusations against Mallory, who, mind you, is 12 years old. But I guess again, when you're blinded by hatred, age of the quote-unquote oppressor doesn't matter much. Before I continue, this is a quote that I was printing up from somebody else. Before I continue with this, I will not sit here and say I know what the black community has been through. Giving slavery, albeit 100 years ago, there's still a shit ton of discrimination a lot of it towards the black community. And it might not ever go away. And I think it's wrong, and I think it's fucking stupid. I don't understand the point of calling somebody the N-word or saying shit that is reprehensible and deplorable. It just makes no goddamn sense to me. I dated a black man. Dated twice, actually, in that era. And I'm okay. I was with a black man for 2 years. And people looked at me like I was taking something away from their community. I was called so many things for being with a black man because it was a man that I loved. It wasn't, and here's the thing, his skin had nothing to do with the fact that I loved him. And but they looked at me like I should be dating my own kind. That is a form of discrimination and hate. We should be in a place 100 years later where hate should not be a thing. I'm a Christian woman. God tells me to love one another and to love onto one another. It's really that fucking simple. I don't know how other I can say this. There was a tweet from Jemiah at Jemiah LMXU. I can't pronounce that because I can't spell or read, apparently. She says, yes, something as quote-unquote trivial as a hairstyle can be triggering or upsetting. Let us have it. There goes. This goes to everyone, by the way. It's a feeling of psychological torture, especially against a backdrop of state-sanctioned murder against hashtag Black Lives Matter moment. Our bodies, our music, our fashion, our lips, our hair, everything about us is ripe for the picking by people who do not treat us well. This is not a happy cultural mixing when you bring the blonde and I bring the braids because you hate me and tell me as much as all the time. Again, let's put this in perspective, shall we? Because I'd like to put my 2 cents in here. If you raise a kid to hate a segmented point of people by their color, race, religion, or whatever have you, they're going to do it. And if you retaliate and hate, guess what? It's only going to perpetuate something you don't like. It's that fucking simple. I hope Phil DeFranco does a story about this because this is, oh man. Matt Lieberman, if you're watching, do this story. I'm telling you now. I'm gonna freaking tag you in this. Do this now. And I don't. How classy are you to attack a 12-year-old girl? She's 12. 12. I don't get how that's even a thing. I don't understand how that's even a thing. This girl has no idea about race or hate. She was probably raised in a good home, and parents were so accepting, by the way, to let her have box braids. If that was my decision, if I wanted to do that when I was a kid, to wear box braids to school, my mother would have slapped the shit out of me. But for me, I think they were very cool. I love black girls' hairs. Because, this is not maintainable. I secretly wanted my friend Latoya's hair for years. Because I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. But I digress. Now with this all being said and done, there are people who are defending this girl. And they say black women saying white women can't get with braids while they're running around with blonde hair. You cannot see here, and this is the thing. You cannot hate on a girl who wants box braids, yet you run around wanting to be platinum blonde like every other white Barbie girl in the world. You can't have it both ways. I am just saying. Thank God there were a few people on the internet that defended this little girl. At Secretary Bambi says, my black ass thinks that this hair looks fine. What's the big deal? Another one said, bringing race into Mallory is about ridiculous and proves indeed you are racist. Thank you very much. And that was from Ryan at Salute Skies. Another girl says, a black girl by the way, says that you look gorgeous in those braids. Your ethnicity doesn't determine how you should wear your hair. You're working it. And there are a bunch of other people, both black and white, Hispanic, an array of different genders, races, and religions backing this little girl up because she's 12. Unfortunately, she was forced to apologize, and it doesn't make any sense to me. This perpetuates a really horrible situation. I don't understand it. I will never get it. She's 12! 12! That is the issue here. She's 12 years old. She's a kid who is trying out different things to get to really know who the person she is. When I was 12 years old, I knew nothing other than I loved to sing, being in plays, and wanting to marry Justin Timberlake. Other than that, I had no idea what person I was. I did everything I could to try to figure out who I was. And I'll tell you this right now, I didn't figure this shit out until maybe 2 years ago. And I'm 30. We need to stop perpetuating hate in so many goddamn fucking ways. Because, you know, I'm going to get angry, and this is what's going to happen. This is going to get... Oh, my God. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I will never understand it. Anyway, I'm going to go. I have to clear my head as to what the fuck I just saw in all realness. In all realness, I can't believe this even exists. Reverse racism is so stupid. Racism is stupid. Stop hating! Just stop hating. The more you... Take a conversation. My inner Brooklyn girl is coming out. I don't know where the hood thing is coming from. But I'm probably going to get yelled for saying hood. Jesus. But I'm just saying, have a conversation with somebody. Get to know them. Because you never know what's going through a person's head. If you just automatically assume this girl's a race hater, then, you know, you're an idiot. Plain and simple, you're a dumbass. I'm gonna go. I'm so irate from this, I can't even I can't function. Okay, goodbye.